In this video, we will look at some of the key tactical moments between Carlsen and Ding in the semi-final of the Magnus Carlsen Tour. Carlsen has white now, Ding has black, queen takes e4, let's take it from here. Ding played f6, trying to dislodge this knight on e5. Just because you attack a piece doesn't mean you have to move it. Queen h7, attacking the rook. Knight b3 was played. You can't move the bishop to h5 because knight d7 check, winning the queen. If you play bishop takes b5, so then the rooks defend each other. You play a takes b5, the knight on a5 is hanging. The best move is bishop c6, which is very strange. So you take the bishop, he takes knight, and you go rook b1. Really cool move with bishop d6 check as a discovered attack. Black needs to move the king. Queen h7 attacks the rook, so Ding attacks white's rook. Take, and pause the video to have a go. Find a winning move for white. I'll give you 5 seconds. We saw this idea before where you want to fork king and queen. So queen takes, bishop wins. Rook takes, knight d7 check, and that's it. Resigned. King c7, you take, and if you take this, you take this. And white is a piece up. Carlsen has white now, Ding has black, bishop e2, d6. This was the Armageddon game in day 1. h3, c5, knight d2, take, knight c6, c3, and Ding now strikes in the center, even though it looks like Carlsen has 3, guarding the e5 square, but Ding still plays it. And this is such a great move. Take, bishop g5 was played. What's wrong with knight e5? Well, white hasn't castled yet, so 2 moves are possible. We got rook e8 or knight d5. Let's check out knight d5, take, bishop g3, and bishop c3 is a great move. Just crashing through, using the fact that queen and bishop are on the same knight fork. Take, queen c2, take, and check. This is so difficult to play with white. Check, rook can go here, the queen can come here. Very difficult for the king to have a nice home. In the game, bishop g5 was played, and after h6 take, Ding got a dream position and managed to get a winning position later. This is the second tactic, knight e4, queen b6, knight f6 check. So Ding no longer gets the bishop pair, but he wins an important pawn soon. Bishop takes, queen takes. Using the queen, pin on this diagonal, rook d2, and Carlsen blunders with queen f4 because no need to swap off rooks. Let's go rook takes b2, winning a pawn. Rook e3, breaking the pin, take, king g7, queen e1, the pin is still there, Ding goes for it again, rook d1, black is winning. Check, take, and normally black would win this, but it's an Armageddon game, he only needed a draw, and later he forced it. Check, perpetual, even though black can keep playing on by pushing his c-pawn. Like here, king g1, for example, check, and then c3, completely winning. That's how Ding won the first match. On day 1, Carlsen has white now, Ding has black. This was a Najdorf and g4. Take, bishop h4, attacking the rook, but just because you attack a piece doesn't mean you have to move it g5. A brilliant move by white. g6 was played. You can't play bishop takes e1 because very nice tactic here. Knight e7 check, king goes in the corner, queen e1, and there's no way to stop mate. If you go g6, giving your king some room, queen h4 check, and then queen h6 mate. So after g5, g6 played, rook f1, king g7, queen g2, rook h8, queen g4, queen c7, and now the other brilliant tactical shot, rook takes f7 check, missed by Carlsen. In the game he played rook f3, take, queen e6 check, the king, if it goes to g7, now knight e7, and 2 pieces attacking g6, queen takes c4. If you go knight f8, defending g6, then it's check, and then mate. So if you go queen takes c4, maybe Carlsen saw all of this, but he missed the next move. Queen takes g6 check, king f8, And notice you can't play rook f1 because of the queen. So you need your other piece in the game. So knight f5 does it. Queen and knight make a great attacking combo. And the best line here is queen e4 check, king a1, giving up the queen. But then this will be losing, queen e6 check, let's say. And things are just going to fall. Maybe queen d6, you might go g6, push your pawn. Ding has white now, and we have a King's Indian. Let's get to the key tactical shot. Queen f6 played here, and Ding continued playing a great game. Bishop h7 check, king h8, and now a brilliant move, because this bishop defends the g6 square. Notice this knight is attacking this rook, but this square is so important because it's almost checkmate. Imagine this bishop isn't there. So rook takes e8 played, and here Carlsen took the rook. Another option was to, let's say, get rid of this bishop, but here a brilliant move, rook e7. Amazing, because you cannot play queen takes because knight g6 check wins the queen. The point of rook e7 is so then you still protect the bishop on h7, so then knight g6 check wins. So if knight b1, knight g6 check, it's mate, but you give up the queen, and then this is completely winning. So rook takes e8, Carlsen took back, and now knight g6 check, king h7, knight f8, double check from the queen and the knight, king takes h6. So Carlsen goes for this. We'll have a look at this now, king g8, making the game last a bit longer, but still losing, queen h7 check, king takes, and now bishop takes g7 check. Attacking king and queen, so you take back and rook f1 check, the winning move, because now the king cannot defend the queen. Back to this line, knight f8 double check, king takes, and it is now mate in 3. So pause the video, see if you can see the combination. When I first saw this, I thought, oh, maybe Ding has messed this up, maybe Carlsen is escaping, but no. He worked it out, he has correctly flushed out the king. 5 seconds. First move, flush it out, queen h7 check, forcing king g5. Let's check again. Bring the queen back to h4 check, king f5, and pause the video, 5 seconds here. Where is mate in 1? Queen f4 mate, because this knight, amazing. It threw in the double check, but it's guarding e6, g6. An amazing game by Ding. Let's take it from here, knight e5. Carlsen now played queen b7, allowing a fantastic tactical move, using the fact that the queen and bishop are on the same line. If there was a way for the rook to get to c7 attacking both, it would be winning. So bishop takes a5, a brilliant move missed by Carlsen. So you can't take the bishop on a5 because rook c7 will bag a pawn. Bishop g5 played attacking the rook, but now take the knight, take the rook, and bishop c5. A great move. Bishop on c1 and rook on f8 are both attacked, so Carlsen saves the rook, and now knight takes c4 played. Not the best move, because you'll see very soon, it gave Carlsen a chance. A better move is just to take the bishop, and after rook a4, just go back, knight c3, rook a8, and here, knight on e5, maybe you just keep it. Let's go knight d3, and let's have a look at this. We have knight and bishop against a rook, so white is winning here. White is going to control so many squares. So knight takes c4 played, still winning, but white had to find something later on. Take queen c1, rook a4, knight c3. Got to bring the knight back, rook back, and now here h4 was played, which was a losing move, and it doesn't look losing at all. What a shame. So bishop a3 was needed, because I won't go further because I'll give it away. Bring the bishop back to b2 and then just hold, and then you've got to pass d pawn as well. This pawn isn't going anywhere. So h4 was a blunder, and pause the video, find the winning move for black. It's so harsh. Think about trying to checkmate the king. It's so harsh because white has 2 pieces for the rook, and now black gets a winning attack. What a shame. So pause the video. The winning move here is queen a8, threatening rook a1, and then the queen coming in on a light square, let's say e4, and hitting the knight. So for example, if, let's say, king h2, rook b1, rook a1, knight b1, and then queen e4. And the knight drops. So queen b2 to stop that, so check, forcing knight b1, c3, great deflection move. If you take the pawn, the knight drops. This queen will come to e4, so queen b3, gotta still protect your knight. You can't play queen e4 at the moment because queen b8 will be checkmate, so that's why Carlsen played h6 here. So he's threatening queen e4 now, d5, let's block that, and queen c8. Always good to play a move that has two reasons. Queen c8 attacks the bishop on c5, but also threatens queen f5. Planning rook takes b1. So king g2 played. Ding cannot defend both. So he gives up the bishop, but then he does get that pawn. And here black should be winning. Let's see the rest. Rook a8, knight e2, knight f4, defending that point. h5. Queen here, rook b8, queen c5, queen e4 check, king h3, rook b1. And now Ding blunders with king g4. There was one more chance to get out, which was queen c8 check, king h7, king g4. And if white can get queen f5 check, swapping off queens, maybe white can hold this. But Ding played king g4 first and f5 check, and Ding resigned. Because after king h4, only move, or king h3, rook h1 is mate. So yeah, what a terrible end to the tournament for Ding, because he was winning this game. If he did win, then the tournament would have continued. If you enjoyed the video, then give it a like and subscribe to the channel at the same time. Don't forget to hit that bell, then you'll get notified each time I release a new video.